Hi, I thought I'd do a reading about Vladimir Putin today, and I just want to just preface the video with saying that any psychic abilities I've had since childhood, um, you know, have to do with a connection with God, and and I've felt like throughout my life, like there's been times when I've gotten like some important like life-saving messages intuitively that at first I found like surprising or strange, but ended up being very helpful, and that just that feeling of kindness and love and just guiding me and stuff throughout my life led me to develop my skills in my early 30s. So uh, these readings are just an extension of that kind of work of trying to be a good listener and stuff. Okay, so just gonna try to like see what I pick up. The first kind of image I get is like he really has a high opinion of himself that is like he almost sees himself like a demigod. And maybe there's like two other people who are high-fiving that. But it's really just he's satisfied with operating as like a one-man army kind of thing. Like I feel like I don't feel that his soldiers are keen on like working for him. Like they miss their families and they just it's a job, or like in a place where there's not a lot of work prospects. But I feel like each like individual soldier has like dreams and ambitions of their own that they feel that when they have the time they can turn to and enjoy life like in a proper way. Like I'm a fan of like some Russian filmmakers and novelists, and that sort of sense of like deep, like a culture of thoughtfulness, and is in is like what I'm picking up in on a general like throughout the like the soldiers and stuff like that. Okay, so back to Vladimir Putin. Sorry, my dog is jumping on my leg. Just could not now. Okay. He uses like some. He uses like I feel like almost an electronic device that repels the type of like information scanning I'm doing right now. Like, you know how some people. Oh my god. Just 1 second. You know how, in a Harry Potterish kind of way, like some people do controlling types of, I don't know, spells, for lack of a better word. And anyway, so I feel like he has access to, like, there's like a team, I feel like a team of like 5 specialists who understand like psychic transmission, if you think of it as like an energy or like a radio type of technology. And they try to use it in some ways like on the general population, but it's not effective yet or at all, because like the human body is well designed and like not 100% susceptible to domination in that way. And but to create a sort of energy field around himself, this is like really technological. He uses this technology to like create a sort of barrier around himself. I feel like I'm just telling you what I see. Anyhow, so and that creates this sort of feeling around him that is like what he considers to be like the feeling of like power or like leadership, or I think that like a glow, like having a glow on or something. But then I feel like the person behind that amped up energy, like it kind of reminds me of that Tolkien character of like the little guy in the cave who wants the ring and stuff, who isn't wearing clothes. It's like a gremlin kind of person. I forget his name. Anyway, so it's that kind of thing, like where he just almost feels like 89, like and just seems all kind of shriveled up and like. So it's sort of like the Wizard of Oz, like in that way, like you open the curtain and it's like, oh, it's just you kind of thing. So, okay. I feel like he just really wanted to make it with this war. I mean, I'm not a historian, but I'll just tell you what I'm picking up. Take it or leave it. He wanted to make a demonstration of his power, of his, and it's easier to do that on a neighboring country than like the U.S. or something, or whatever other target might be of interest. So it's more like a flex, like in that way. I feel like he kind of like knows his time is running short in some regard. Like it could either be extended by 20 years, like his rule, or end in like 2 years, depending on if his closest team like abandons him or not. Ouch! Or not. Don't bite my foot. Don't be like that. That's interesting that he almost never does that. So it's interesting as part of the reading that like my dog would go nuts. Yeah, so he just like he didn't want to be like, dear diary, I never waged war, like whatever. So like I just kind of feel like he wanted to have that on his like list. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm connecting for it. I want to like double check everything here. I feel like there's like some spies, like female spies, who are like in his inner circle, like in a seductive role. But they're kind of ineffective. Like it's sort of like he assumes that, and he's just like, what's the difference between being close with a spy or like a regular woman or something? Like Okay. But like the spies might think they're like onto something, or they're like making their countries feel like they, they've got it all figured out or something like that. I get the feeling like he likes the idea of threatening nuclear war. Like I feel like he likes to sort of hover his finger over like the button, as it were. But in actual fact, I don't feel that that would be like something that would satisfy him in terms of like his legacy, like the portrait of him. Okay. I just want to see things from a higher perspective now and just sort of move out of his personal space here. I mean, because he's so heavily guarded and stuff, like he's able to move here and there, like without interruption. Feels like, I feel like I feel like if two of these female spies kind of band together, let's say like there's two different countries that have both sent like very attractive women or something. If they decide to like group together their information or something, like they'll have a better chance than being like solely working for one country. And it's like, for the greater good or something like. And it doesn't even have to be like allied countries. It could just be like two women who realize like they have an opportunity to make a difference, and it's almost like they go rogue or something. That sounds like a novel, like I don't feel that like sending hate, like this sort of like if, for instance, I went to a pet store to find like a carrying bag for my mini chihuahua, and there was none, but they did have these like dolls, like chew toy dolls of Putin in a basket, and I was like, wow, like that's like 20th century kind of like hate vibes and stuff. So I don't feel that like hate is the thing, like, or making fun of him, or like it actually like stokes the fire. It's like the weapons that you throw at him, he uses those weapons. It's like he's collecting the swords or the sharp words and using them. It's like, thank you for these weapons, you're arming me or whatever. Like it's counterproductive to, like, you can't, a lot of great leaders who are peaceful, say that like love is the strongest force, or it's true. So I'm not saying like love him, like like I'm not saying like put his portrait on the wall with hearts on it or anything, but like if you think of an umbrella over the earth of unconditional love, and then that like affecting people's moods kind of thing, in general, like that would be more effective than like spending 2 hours like hating on any person, really. So picturing like positive outcome, picturing like soldiers and people in his administration like opening their hearts to like unconditional love, and like wanting a beautiful life, like in harmony, and just really like amping up that feeling. because like the more you, like what you send out matters. It's not nothing. Um, and so your valuable energy uh, of focused on the good outcome. Sorry, I'm having trouble speaking. Um, like helps create a good outcome. Like you're more powerful than you know. So, or maybe you know, and I don't have to tell you that, but like use that instead of if you find yourself in the trenches of negativity, like crawl out of there and like dust yourself off and start imagining the life you do want, and how like it's our natural factory setting to be like loving. um that feels a way more powerful and like in a sneaky way, like in a positive sneaky way, than just being like outright negative. um in terms of affecting change, that's what I'm picking up. I'm not saying like historians can't write stuff for their newspaper or whatever, but like if you want to affect change, if you want to be like a powerful force of change, like sending that like unconditional love to the earth and everybody on it, because that's our natural, like it's who we are truly, like that. It's like coming home. It's like when people talk about near death experience, it's like I felt so much love, it's like let's do that now. Let's feel so much love now, so we don't have to be like, you don't have to wait till death to like have that sensation. Let's together know that that's a reality within our reach, and to vibe on that, in a sober fashion. Okay. So I'm just trying to see like how to get like positive outcomes here. As he's like working on his autobiography. He's really like keen on his like legacy and stuff like that. If he's replaced, it'll be like maybe not with like one person, but with like a group of 5 people. Initially. Okay, I just want to like change. His vibe is like a little bit harsh, and I'm not into it. There's like these little portions of I don't know if it's like if you it's almost like he has, oh my god, it's almost like he has like a bit of a demonic entity or two sort of up in his crown chakra, like affecting his thoughts. So it's gonna do a little healing work here on that. Okay, well, I did some healing work on that, so hopefully that it makes things less like crazy or violent. Okay, I'm just gonna see what else, and then I'll wrap it up. It's like possibly the weirdest celebrity reading I've done. Okay, I just want to look at the world as a whole here. Okay. Like, I feel like if he retires, he should just own a sports team, like a hockey team, and just like put all his energy into that, like kind of like a hockey dad. Like, I'm a former hockey mom, and like hockey dads can be pretty intense, like, or some hockey moms too. Like, they can really just be too too into it. But like that's something like people can channel their rage into, and it like well, they shouldn't. Parents shouldn't do that